So before I'm just giving some introductions about our AllPro Center. So this is Mobin. So I'm going to host your webinar today. So actually that AllPro training is an online training platform that offers so many courses and also handling the technology trainings and soft skills to the student and freshers and the experienced professionals to the advanced with their career. And we have the students from major cities in India as well as the United States and the UK, Australia, Singapore, and European countries. So what courses we are have actually globally global digital training in the we are handling, and IT courses, electrical and electronic courses, as well as the software courses. So and what is our visions is our visions to provide a professional training to the more than 10 million people overall the world. So we are handling the individual training, corporate training, as well as the college trainings. So what it will become in the individual training, it will be include the free master class, flash course, and as well as the full course. So the free master class, what it will be you are attending currently, it will be free webinar overview of the technologies, and will give you the free e-certifications to all the participants. And next is the flash course. It will be cover 5 to 10 hours course durations, basic of the technologies. And the full course will be the 35 plus hours the course duration is, and designed to clear the professional certifications. And these all we are giving the professional certification as well as your preferred timings. So we are landing as well as corporate training and college trainings too. So we are choosing why AllPro trainings. More details we will explain you at the end of the sessions. Now the sessions will start. Mr. Trisul, he is the trainer. He is having more than 10 years experience, as well as he will be giving 200 to 300 trainings, individual trainings he is provided already. So he's going to be take the classes for you now. Trisul. Trishul, are you in the line? So you're not audible. Trishul. Yeah, please be on the line. Maybe the train is stuck in the network issues. He will be on take within the class 2 to 3 minutes. Trishul, have you joined?
Yes.
Yeah, please share your screen and start your webinar. The training students are waiting. Hi students, please interact with your trainer through by the chat box.
Can you give me the access for sharing option?
Yeah, 1 second. Priyadarshini, please make it trainer as a co-host.
Yeah, already done.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
No, still not able to share it.
No, still not giving the access to the trainer. Can you please?
Yeah, I'm able to now.
Have you got?
Yes, I'm able.
Yeah, okay, please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you confirm anyone? Is it able to view my screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
Priya, can you confirm? Is it visible on my screen?
Yeah, yes.
Other also students also can confirm.
Yes, screen is visible, Trishul.
And you are able to see my screen, Docker and Kubernetes. This is a topic I'm going to start it today. Okay, I think one of my colleague has introduced myself. Okay, and overall experience, everything. Okay, so you can share your feedbacks to our team members and what is your qualification and what is your background, everything. Okay. So 1 second, guys. So today topic is Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, I'm going to start right now. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me once the demo session is completed. Okay. So what is virtualization? Okay. First, we wanted to think about what is virtualization. So how the virtualization is working. Okay. And what is the concept, everything we are going to see it in the next slides. Okay. So first we talk about Docker technologies. Okay. So Docker is, so how they build the containers. Okay. So what is a virtualization built by in the Docker team? Okay. So this is what we are going to do it. And so what is virtualization exactly? Okay. So how the virtualization built earlier. Okay. So if you are able to see here, there is a pre-virtualization. Okay. Pre-virtualization means there is earlier we have a physical servers. Okay. So top of that, we are going to install some Windows OS or Linux OS. Okay. Then we are going to create a one more Hyper-V that is enabled by Microsoft. Okay. Top of that, we are going to install any of the OS. That is a physical environment. If you come to the virtualization, okay. So virtualization means, so we have a pre-virtualization means that is already enabled by the any physical server member. Okay. Then we are going to install it directly. Any Linux or Windows machine we're going to do it. Top of that, we are going to run some applications. Okay. For example, if you wanted to run any Nginx, Apache, or Tomcat, so we are going to install any Linux machine. Later that we are going to install Docker engine. Top of that, we can run any of the application. Okay. We can run multiple
Voice distraction is happened.
one physical machine. So earlier, it was not like that. So if you want two applications, you need to create different virtual machines. So that is how. Okay. So and what is the problems? Okay. So if you coming to the problem, slow deployment. hard to migrate. If you wanted to migrate, it is taking too much time, and deployment also it is taking time. Okay, so for this, you want to come out of this one. So next step, use hypervisor based virtualization. Okay, so here is the virtualization concept we got. So if you are able to see it here, physical server is a your Windows machine or anything. You can call it as a your laptop is a physical machine. Okay, top of that you are already installed like Windows 10 or Windows 11 servers. Okay, so by default nowadays all the servers it is coming hypervisor enabled or hypervisor built. Okay, top of that we can able to install multiple applications. For example, app 1, app 2. Okay, so you can create a one more OS, and top of that you can deploy applications also. Okay, so you can run many of the application in one single physical server. Okay, and what is the benefits? Okay, cost efficient and easy to scale. And what is the limitations? Kernel resource duplication, application portability issues. So these are all the things we can able to resolve it in the virtualization. Okay. Next, if we come to the, so what is hypervisor based versus container based? Okay. So this is a physical environment. Okay. Everywhere they are using. This is a container. Sorry. This is a container based virtualization. Okay. So if you are able to see it here, for all the applications, we need voice. Okay. But if you come to the containers, so directly it is enabled by the containers. Top of that, we are going to install any of the OS or Windows or Linux. And top of that, we are going to install a container engine. Container engine means Docker container. Okay. Docker container engine, we are going to install it. Right. Multiple applications, you can use it. So that the cost will be the cost and whatever application. For example, guest OS, right? If you wanted to voice for guest OS also, this is chargeable. Okay, we can here we don't want to use it directly. We can deploy the applications. Okay, this is physical based virtualization or container based. Okay, this is a physical environment. This is a container virtualization. Okay, so everybody there right now they are. I mean, all the organization, all the companies they are using container based virtualization. Okay. So runtime isolation. How to run two different Java application with two different Java on the same year. So I think I showed you, right? So if you wanted to run Java application in the Docker here, and you can install it Nginx, or you can install it Apache. Okay, you can deploy the three application in one single machine. Okay, so here you need to use a per voice per application. You need to use a one voice. Okay, this is how a difference between the application. Okay, next if you go to the runtime isolations. Okay, so what is this runtime isolation? For example, you have a in your company you have a own data center. Data center means your servers. Okay, top of that you are going to install it any OS or Windows or Linux. Okay, top of that you are going to install a container engine. So runtime we call it as a container engine. Okay, so this is very important part here, because runtime, if any task, what is the runtime you are using, you can tell that Docker container engine you are using. Okay, so here also you can able to see it. Application A, you can able to see it. So JRE8 means Java 8, application B 7. You can able to run it multiple applications like this. Okay, and if you come to the next step, container virtualization benefits. So what is the benefits of you are using containers? Okay, so one thing is cost efficient, fast deployment, and guaranteed portability. It is like a small, you can call it, for example, if you are using any Windows OS, maximum it is a 4 GB. If you are using a images from the container, it may be only like 40 MB, 50 MB, 60 MB like that. Okay, so nothing will be there. It is just like a OS. That's it. I think most of the companies they are using right now containers only, because this is a lightweight container. Okay, and So let me come to the Docker client server architecture. So you should know what is the architecture, how the Docker is working. Okay, let me go to the next step. So this is the architecture diagram of Docker. So how the communication is happening. So for example, so this is the Docker host. Docker host is server. Okay, and this is a client. Okay, so in the normally all the companies, what they will do, so they will create a one physical machine. Top of that, they are going to install it any Amazon Linux or Red Hat or Windows 16, 2016, 2019 also they can install it. Top of that, they are going to install it Docker daemon. Okay, Docker daemon is a service. Okay, it will interact with the physical machine. Okay, so we can, what are the in the Docker daemon, what are the things we can save it? We can able to run the containers, we can save the images. Okay, and if you wanted to bring, for example, I want Nginx image. Okay, so Docker engine, I mean Docker machine, it is going and it will bring. So there is a Docker up is one of the tool. Okay, so what it will do, if there is no images from the local machine, it will go to the registry, Docker up registry, it will bring that images to your local machine. Okay, so this is a registry. Let me, yeah, so this is a registry, we call it as a Docker hub. So all the images, it will be available in the Docker hub. Okay, this is a Docker host, that means your physical machine. This is a client, Docker clients. So if you wanted to communicate with the Docker host, how you are going to communicate? So this is the Docker client. Okay, if you wanted to build any images, you can use a build image. Okay, if you wanted to pull any images, you can run it. If you wanted to run the any containers, you can use this command. So client and server is a two components will be there in the Docker. Okay, so this is the architecture diagram of Docker. Okay, so let me go to the next architecture. So how this is communicating? See, earlier I told you that there is a Docker server, Docker engine, Docker daemon. This is a component from the Docker. So this is very important, these three tools. Okay, and let me come to the next step. So for example, if you are using a Linux OS, this is architecture. If you are using a Mac OS, you are using this one. For example, this is a Docker host. Okay, then they are running a, they have installed already Docker client and Docker daemon. That means Docker engine. Okay, so there is a multiple containers are there. You can able to see. So where all it is showing box. These are all, we call it as a Docker container. Okay, we go to the next step. So how to install the Docker in Mac or Linux or Windows? Okay, so if you wanted to run any of the containers, you should know how to install the Docker in the Windows, how to run it. Okay, this is what you should know it. Okay, let me go to install. Okay, so where all you can install the Dockers. Okay, so if you are able to see it here, so we can able to install it in the Linux and Windows also. Okay, so here Windows 10 or later Windows 11 you can able to install the Docker. Then you can able to install it in the Mac also. Okay, and Linux also. So we can install the Docker all the platform. Okay, let me go to the Docker installation pages. So this is the official pages. If you go to the Google and you can just type Google docker.com/engine/installation. Okay, okay, this is a install of Docker engine. So which platform you can install it? We can install Arc, Linux, and CentOS, and Crux Linux, Debian, Fedora. Okay, these are all where what are the things it is showing. All the Linux you can able to install it, and you can install it on the Linux, Windows, and Mac also. Let me go to the, so once we install the Docker engine in the any machines, so you know if you type Docker info command, so all the details it will show. So here it will show how many containers are running, okay, and how many paused, how many stopped, and how many images are there. All the details it will show, and architecture, and what is your physical machine memory, okay, and what is the OS you are used in the physical machine. All the details it is going to show you. Okay, once the Docker is installed. Okay, So important concept in the Docker. Okay. So main concept is images. So images are very important. Images, we call it as in the ISO image in the physical environment. Okay. But physical environment, there is we call it as a ISO images. Okay. So ISO images, it is like a, 4 GB, 6 GB, 10 GB will be there. Okay. Depends on the OS. Okay. If you come to the containers, it is like just like 20 MB, 30 MB, 200 MB, max to max 500 MB can go to the top. Okay. Next, if we come to the containers, container is, it is like your virtual machine. Simply, you can take it as a container means it is like your physical machine. Okay. Let me go to the next step is registry and repository. So registry, I told you earlier, registry, it is like just you are saving your all the container images to the your registry. That means Docker Hub. And repository means any images, okay, you can just save it in the Docker Hub registry. Okay. So Docker Hub, what is this Docker Hub? It is a public Docker repository. Okay. So this is a Docker Hub. Okay. If you go to the https of docker.com, it will go to the official pages. You can find the official images and you can store your own images also. If you wanted to enterprise version also, you can use it, or if you want personal also, you can use it. Okay. So this is all about the Docker. Okay. So these are all in the course content we are going to cover it. Okay. Let me go to the next is the Kubernetes. So this is a very important concept in the any company, because before going to Kubernetes, you should know what is Docker, what is container, what is images, and a repository, Docker, registry, all the things you should know it. Okay. So let me start for the Kubernetes introduction. Okay. So what and why containers using? What is orchestration? Okay. So here there is a 2 or 3 sample I have given it. So what is Docker? Okay. And what is container orchestration? Container will be using only from the Docker. Container orchestration means only Kubernetes. So if anybody asks, Kubernetes is the orchestration tool. Okay. So container is we are running in the Docker and we are running in the Kubernetes. Okay. So these are all the difference. If you want, you can just go through the difference. So why we are using a container, why we are using container orchestration. Okay. So the packages, which vendor we are using, and the alternatives. Okay. So you don't want to use your virtual machines, you can use a direct containers, and direct you can able to install it. Okay. So this is all about what and why container and container orchestration you are using. Okay. So let me come to the orchestration technology. So what is orchestration technology? Okay. So here it is like a much newer, in the space. That means it is a new technology. Okay. So Kubernetes has a quick lead and emerging as a clear leader and winner. It is closest competition. Docker Swarm recently announced support for the Kubernetes style configuration and compatibility. So orchestration tool in the Kubernetes, it is a newer, and earlier Docker Swarm they are using. Okay. So Docker Swarm, there is some disadvantages are there. So that is why. So now Kubernetes, it is giving a option for orchestration technology. Okay. And corporation and formal standard bodies are more prevalent in the growth of the orchestration. Okay. So next, if you come to the advantages of Kubernetes. Okay. What is the advantage if you are using a Kubernetes? Okay. Based on extensive experience from the Google over a long period. So before coming to the Kubernetes in the industry, Google, they are already using a Kubernetes, their own technology. Their data center they are using. Okay. Later it is coming to the open source. Okay. That is CNCF. That is an open source community. So from those team they are implemented, the orchestration. That means they are given the open source. Kubernetes can able to use it anybody. It is not like a chargeable. Okay, and this whole auto scaling cloud cloud integratable. I mean, if you wanted to integrate your Kubernetes, okay, you can integrate it with any technology. For example, if you wanted to integrate with Jenkins to your Kubernetes, it is possible. So integration, it is already enabled. Right? Okay, let me go to the next step. So how to making Kubernetes yours. So if you wanted to use Kubernetes, how you can use it? So Kubernetes runs anywhere in the Linux. So if you wanted to install Kubernetes, it is not possible Windows. It is because we need to create a cluster. So Linux only it will support. Okay. If you wanted to install it in your laptop also, that is possible. So globally distributed data centers, major cloud provider right now, AWS, GCP and Azure. These are all the cloud top cloud providers. Okay. So anywhere in between and nearly any combination, not that you would want it to necessary. Okay. So you can able to anywhere you can able to use it and near combinations with the different cloud provider also can able to use it. Okay. So let me go to the next slide. Where does Kubernetes live? So everybody knows it. There is a we are calling as a Kubernetes, but in the slide I have mentioned K8s. Okay, K8 it is a just shortcut name. Okay, so you can call it as a K8 or you can call it as a Kubernetes. So where that means sorry. So where does Kubernetes live? I mean where anywhere you need it to do, but where you would want it to live it. That depends on the who you are and what you are using it. Evolution, training, okay. For example, if you wanted to use it for training or evolution, you can go for Minikube. Minikube is one of the cluster, and development also you can use a Minikube, and dev clusters and cloud provider. If you wanted to deployment, just go for cloud provider or bare metal. Okay. Next, so Minikube, Kubernetes on your workstation. That means if you wanted to install your Minikube in your local machine, you can use Minikube.
You're actually exclusive.
And you can install it. Okay, there is a official documentation, so you need to go through it to install your Minikube. Okay. Okay, so let me come to the few concept nodes. Okay, in the Kubernetes there is a deployment, one of the high level construct that define the applications. Pods are instance of the container. Okay, and services are endpoint that export to ports to the outside world. If you wanted to access your application, you can use the services. Okay, you can create, delete, modify, retrieve information about any of these kubectl command. Okay, you can whatever you want. If you want to deploy it, you can use a kubectl command. Okay, you can use it. If you wanted a graphical interface also, it is available. So let me come to the architecture of the Kubernetes. This is very important how the component is working. What are the so this is the Kubernetes architecture. Okay. If you come to the so here is a developer. Is a your cloud person. Okay. So he is going to create a Kubernetes cluster. Okay. So how he is going to communicate. So what you will do first, you will create a one of the Kubernetes cluster. In the Kubernetes cluster, there is a API server will be there, scheduler and controller manager and SCD. Okay. These are all very four component is very important. And after that, once the cluster is created, then there is a some nodes will be there. See, for example, there is a 3 nodes are there. So in the Kubernetes nodes, what are the main components? So first thing is Docker container is a runtime. Okay, then we are going to install it pod. So pod inside we are going to run a containers and kubelet and kube proxy. So must and should these components should be there. If it is not running one component, then your cluster it is not working. Okay. If you wanted to browse our application from here outside, so we can able to do it. We can use a service, one of the tools, then we can deploy it in the node, then we can use the applications. Okay. So this is a nodes. So how the nodes, what are the components it will be there. You can able to see Docker is a runtime and quad and kube proxy and kubelet. These are all the components will be there. So the next step is scaling and replications. So automatically you can able to scale the your nodes and replication for pods. You can able to replicate your pods also. For example, if there is a 2 pods are there. If there is a high traffic comes, so automatically the pod will be increased. You can able to enable it. Okay, our replications can just mention it. How many replications we require? Okay, for example, 10. If you want, you need to write it in the YAML file. You need to mention it there. Okay, and deployment. Okay, then so deployment is a last topic. Okay, so this is all about the Kubernetes components and what are the topics we are going to cover it. I showed you. So thank you everyone. Okay, if you have any questions. Hello.
Yes. Thank you for the wonderful master class.
Yeah. Thank you everyone.
Yeah, okay. Hi guys, if you have any queries, kindly ask the chat box or raise your
Hello.
hand.
Can we get the PPT?
Yeah, PPT everything our team will share you. Okay. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, any queries, please ask to trainer or chat in inbox. Any queries, please ask.
Can you explain in detail the components of the Kubernetes and its deployments?
Kubernetes component, I think I explained it, right? So what all the components will be there in the Kubernetes? Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, I'm able to see.
Yeah. So these are all the components will be there in the Kubernetes cluster.
Okay. And how the deployment
Sorry?
how the deployments take place? Means how they are deploying this Kubernetes.
So we need to write a YAML file, okay, to deploy any of the deployments. So I'll show you how to write a YAML file and how we can able to deploy the application inside the Kubernetes cluster. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. You have any questions, guys?
Any queries, please ask.
Okay, I think there is no questions. You can drop off. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the wonderful master class.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
It's very informative and all the topics you explain are very clear and more informative. Thanks for once again, Manchana.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you. Hi guys, I'm going to play student video, feedback video. Kindly watch it.
Uday Vattin, Uday.
Hi. We are providing all kind of technologies. The first one is simple learning methodology. In the simple learning methodology, once you join the course, every day you will have the class for 75 minutes, in which we have delivered the 75 minutes in 6 sessions. The first session for 10 minutes, in which you people can ask the previous day class queries to the trainer. The next session for 20 minutes, in which the trainer will take the today's set of topics. The next session for 15 minutes, in which you people have to practice in front of the trainer. In the fourth session, the trainer will take the next set of topics for 15 minutes, which is followed by the fifth session, in which you can again practice for 10 minutes. On the final session, you revise what are the topics you solved today for 5 minutes. So totally around 75 minutes you will get. I shared some student review. Kindly watch it. Review. ಇದರಿಂದ ರಿವ್ಯೂ PPT.
Uday. Uday.
It's one of the staff student given the feedback. Next one, this is student from USA. He's getting training. 980 student. She's done training. Next is SQL student given the feedback. Next one, group is students on done the training. She placed the placement also. We are giving the special offer, training model, full course and flash course also. Full course 35 to 40 hours. It's 30 classes. Class will be student prepared time. Courses are designed in a manner to clear professional certification and to clear corporate interviews. All class recordings will be provided. Free mock interview will be conducted. Same resume and resume preparation help will be provided. Lifelong community support. LinkedIn in recommendation, job guidance, flash course 10 hours, 600 minutes, 2 days workshop, All class notes and video recording will be provided. Lifelong community support, LinkedIn recommendation. The marketing price for Docker and Kubernetes, 35,000 for full course, 15,000 for flash course. But AP training, we are giving the best offer for you, 30,000 only. Flash course for 10,000. Today's attending webinar for 50% offer for giving Docker and Kubernetes course. Full course for 15,000. A flash course for 2,000. For 80% of flash course. We are giving the 15 minutes special offer for you. Full course for 12,000 only. Flash course 1,000 rupees only. The special bonus, free interview session, professional certification guidance, resume preparation help, lifelong community support. Its special advantages of clear queries at any time with trainer, training at your preferred time, recorded videos, job links. It's special offer only, 12,000 for course offer. $15 offer. Please anyone registration for course.
So if you want anyone want to join immediately, please chat your please ping me in the 10 box so that we can take your admissions. This is the offer for the 1 hour and the 1 week offer. So 60% is 1 week offer. As well as who are all attending the sessions, keep it will be stay until the end of the sessions. End of the sessions only we are providing the feedback form. So who are going to be filling the feedback. For those only people only we are providing the e-certifications. So please stay until the class sessions end, as well as just interact with your host. Then only the class will be very interactive sections. If you have any doubts regarding the admissions courses, you just ask your host by your chat. She will be giving the explanations, as well as if you want any details, you just scan me in the pink in the chat box where she will be explaining you. So this is a great option offer which currently Docker and Kuber both we are giving the 12,000 for 35 plus hours. Actually we have giving the 5 courses and additional bonuses also. So the additional bonus is most important. So don't lose your option this, because one small step can change your life. So think innovative and join immediately your classes. So the class will be very helpful for you all over the life and promote your life to upgrade your life. So the course will be the cost is at 12,000 and the 60% offer, that also the 15 minutes until maximum we can hold 1 hour. If you want, if you cross the 1 hour, definitely we can provide the 50% offer only. So it will be converted as a 15K for 35 hours, as well as we are giving the 5 to 10 hours class for the flash course. If you want anyone to join the flash course also, we are ready to give that. So drop your message. Anyone interested, please let me know in the chat box. Then we can ping you that, and also drop the feedback form. Just fill the feedback form and let me know. Then we can provide your e-certifications by your email. So Priyadeshni, you can continue.
Draft the feedback form. Kindly fill it. If anyone interested to join the course, please let me know. Kindly fill it feedback.
So anyone having the doubt, you just drop your message in the chat box. We are giving the additional bonuses and all. So I will tell you that what is the 5 additional bonuses to you. And actually, so we're having the creative explanations also, e-learning, e-coaching, and collab learning and virtual classroom. And we're giving the more informations about the class notes with the pictures and diagrammatic flow explanations, training notes, the single notebook as per your preferred time. The trainer will be always available as per your preferred time, so that you can ask your questions through by the online. So whatever time you want to, that you can communicate with the trainers your doubts. So fingertip materials also we are providing. That's a video recording, class notes, and documentation software. So all material is available in the common cloud drive. So you can access whenever you want. So what is the additional benefits and additional bonuses we are providing who are all attending in the webinar? So we're giving the 6 additional. So why the 5 benefit additional bonuses are free interview sessions, lifelong community support, job links, as well as the resume preparations, help and professional certification guidance, and LinkedIn recommendations. This will be lifelong will provide you. So these are all the additional bonuses. So don't miss your choice. Don't miss your opportunity. Just can make it as a. Okay, if you have any doubts, you just ping me in WhatsApp. As well as we drop our WhatsApp number and contact number. You can call at your take your admissions and book your admissions. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Please interested, let me know. Thank you. Thank you
So
for.
don't forget your fill the feedback form.
Kindly fill it. I drop the chat box. Kindly fill the feedback form. Thank you. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, guys.